You deserve the highest value alpha in crypto, baby dolls, and I'm going to give it to you right now. It's actually all in this triangle. Memes, cults, religions. In crypto, the highest, most sustaining communities, coins, are memes, cults, religions, archetypes. Okay? Not the most utility. They were all memes, cults, religions. Bitcoin, meme, cult, religion. Okay? Ethereum, sucking as a cult right now, trying to become a real religion. Okay? XRP, definitely a cult. Definitely. Okay? You see these? Solana, becoming a religion, doing its best. Dogecoin, obviously. See, Dogecoin is a meme, but it's pretty much almost a religion now. All right? It's a meme category, but it's like a religion community. Cardano, obviously a cult. Tron, Justin Sun cult. Pooey, they love poo. You see? You see that, friends? Chainlink, Sergey cult, trying to become a religion. They have to hit escape velocity. So you can see it from here. You start as a meme, you grow into a cult, you become a religion. Sommi's crypto gospel. So, right, all coins, they start as a meme, just an idea. Bitcoin starts off as a meme. It was first called peer-to-peer digital cash. Okay, then the meme grows and it spreads. If it's good enough, if there's enough energy and proof of work, that's the real proof of work. The real proof of work is not the mathematical formula, which is the maths formula of solving the Bitcoin hash algorithm, whatever it is, a 2 to the power of a block of cheese or whatever it is. That's not actually the real proof of work. The real proof of work is the idea of Bitcoin as a meme in the head where there's Satoshi and there's a figure. He donates his technology and he disappears. Okay, so that idea, that story. It's the people's currency. That's the meme. It's the people's currency. It's currency of the internet. Who owns the internet? Nobody. It's for everybody. It's global. You see that? If the meme grows and spreads enough mind share, you become a cult. You're now a scarce meme. So you go up the pyramid, okay? There's a lot of memes everywhere, friends. We make memes about different colors. There's zombie Joe Biden. There's Hawk to a girl. There's different dogs. There's cat. There's frogs. There's Pikachus. There's everything, okay? With enough time and effort, though, you can become a cult. So a cult, friends, you become a cult because you hit escape velocity as the meme. Okay. Is it a certain number? There's no real certain number. It's kind of a guideline. Okay. You hang around long enough, you're pretty much, that's what a meme is. You've survived long enough. You're like, wait a minute now. You guys are really not giving up on this, are you? You're like, nope. Okay. Now, cults, right? They're a scarce meme. That's all they are. And Bitcoin was obviously the first cult of crypto. So in 2011 and 2013, friends, they wrote articles, The Cult of Satoshi. And I have many articles, if you go through my tweets, the rise and fall of Bitcoin, okay? They called it literally the cult of Satoshi, okay? The cult of Satoshi. That's what they called it in these articles, friends, here. The rise and fall. It was a cult, okay? I've got so many articles on these. Pretty much, I mention it to you a lot, okay? The cult of Satoshi. And yes, in those articles, when they were writing about it, they were mocking Bitcoiners. Even in 2013. They were saying, ha, ha, ha. They said, what a bunch of weirdos on the internet. You want this Satoshi guy to be your savior? He's going to come back and rescue you? What a stupid idea. That's what they were all saying. They said it in the article, man. Go back and read it. The cult of Satoshi. Ha, ha, savior, weirdos. Who's laughing now? But also, friends, that's why it's funny when people say, like, they say Richard Hart, cult leader. Charles Hoskinson, cult leader. You know? Vitalik, weird pro-vax cult leader, I guess. You see? Elon Musk, definitely cult leader. Tron, Justin Sun, definitely cult leader. Sergey Nazarov, definitely cult leader. You see? You see it all now. So, when the cult reaches then critical mass, they become a religion. Now, we use the word neo-religion It's just neo means new. So it's not like a traditional, like actual, like, you know, religious, spiritual thing, but it almost feels like it in crypto, by the way. All we'll do is we play some nice, gentle angel music to smooth everyone over. Don't forget, friends, memes, cults, religions. So now you're a neo-religion like Bitcoin. That's what Bitcoin is, yeah? They have answers to everybody's problems. Max Kaiser also posts himself as a priest. Look at this, the high priest of Bitcoin. He's self-anointed the high priest. Do you understand that? He paints himself as a priest. Friends, he's even done like these, what do you call it? Where you put your hand over the guy's head, you know, like you're removing the devil, like you're doing the exorcisms. Max Kaiser's done that. I've already shown you many times on this channel. And Bitcoin's meant to be like a problem to all, a solution to all your problems. Okay, so it's all encompassing. Remember, Bitcoiners, they will indoctrinate their children to become lifetime savers of Bitcoin BTC. By the way, I'm like that, you're like that. We're all part of the Bitcoin religion, pretty much. Okay, Bitcoin got low enough, wouldn't you love to collect some, your children's savings vehicle, crypto, you see? So it's basically, it was the religion to start all religions. That's how you can think about it. That's what the first one is. Yeah? Now, what's interesting, right? Bitcoiners respond to world problems as Bitcoin fixes this. Okay, also notice that Hex, people also say that Hex fixes this. T-shares fix this, right? So that's what Bitcoiners say. Bitcoiners also, they love the mantra, fix the money, fix the world. Okay, because it implies the whole world will just get fixed if you buy my bags. But they don't say it like that. They go, just adopt Bitcoin, adopt it, okay? But that's what they're actually saying. They go, it would all be good if you just bought my bags, all the world's problems get fixed. And that's when you have someone like George Gammon comes out and he's like, hey, Bitcoiners, you know, he runs through the whole scenario where everyone in the world now has Bitcoin. And he says, oh, we run into the same problems we have now. It's just that you're a lot richer. And then people keep arguing back and forth with him. And I always tell Bitcoiners, like, dude, he's obviously right. But it's not going to stop the growth rate. But yeah, people get upset at that. But it's true. Yes, it does run into the same problems, friends. You can't fix human fear and greed and all these other things and people colluding with each other, okay? But don't let that stop you from believing in a bigger pump. So your job here is to find undervalued memes who can grow into a cult and become a religion. Also, hopefully this video has inspired you as well. So if you are in a meme and you want to add value for your community, think about what the next step is. So, think what the next step is. It's survival. Friends, what does a cult do? Remember, the cult, they survive just based off the idea long enough, okay? And everyone's like, man, you're still going at that thing? You know, that's what people out there on the outside, they're like, oh, you're still in that thing? That's what people actually say about Hex right now. They go, oh, what? You're still in it, dude? Because what they're doing is they see other stuff out there. Oh, these AI agents moved up and these other trash meme coins moved up. Yeah, they've dumped down 90%, but they're like, oh, you're still in that thing before? Because they don't get it. They don't get the memes, cults, religions. They're like, no, bro. So you're exiting, say, for example, PulseChain, the cult. You would be exiting that to go, or chaining the cult, whatever. You're jumping into a new hyper created meme, and you constantly rotate down because you're round tripping everything. You're never getting anywhere. You get it? And then see what happens, fans, is when people give up on the game, they just capitulate and they become a Bitcoin maxi. They just go, you know what? I'm just going to the religion because they give up at the game. They don't understand the archetype. Also, shout out to Crypto Dos here. He basically tagged Uncle Bobby Lucas. Thank you, Mr. Wutong, for some deep alpha. This is actually very, very appropriate for us right now. So is Bitcoin the final religion? Well, Bitcoin maxis will have you believe that, right? They believe, oh, it's a final religion. But I don't think so, no. No, it's not the final religion. I think it started all the rest of them, the crypto ones. Because remember, friends, think about what we're doing here. Okay, so countries, you don't call them a religion. Because it's not spiritual, it's geographical. Yeah? So it's a geographical religion. We use religion, but you use the word community. Okay? So what's a religion is a spiritual community, isn't it? Yes. So what about a country? Well, like I said, it's bound by this land of mass, this island over here. Everyone in here, you are in this geographical religion, pretty much. This geographical community, yes. Crypto has no borders, though. Where's our geography? It touches everyone in the world in a very family-friendly way, mind you. So if it touches everyone in the world, how do we separate these? Okay, so it's spiritual. It's faith. It's belief. That's why it's a believer's cycle, by the way. Believe in something. Make memes and make it happen. So we believe in something, right? So We can't put guns to people's heads and say, hey, believe in my thing, because everyone's like, you know what, I'm just going to click over there. It's marketing, it's branding, okay? It comes on all this same field. But then if you grew big enough, you literally indoctrinate kids. That's what all the religions, friends, how the religions keep growing. They get their kids raised. Your child gets baptized, goes to church, learns about Jesus, and learns about the Bible, and the cycle continues. Okay, that's what Bitcoiners have done. Now, all the Bitcoiners are like, oh, my children will forever. That they leave Bitcoin for their children. Even Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor wants to be the savior. He's like, oh, I'm going to throw away the keys. No one's ever going to get my Bitcoin. He actually said that, by the way. He wants all the 400, he wants all these thousands of Bitcoin to be destroyed. No one's ever going to get it. It's like a full donation to humanity. So now that you've got to see it, friends, I want you to see, this is Sommi's crypto gospel, right? And I've written here, this is the truth. May the pump be with you. So now that you've understood this, let's go and check out how it actually works in practice. Because in practice, what actually happens is when someone starts chain, remember friends, because there's chains and there's applications, okay? Bitcoin's a chain, Ethereum's a chain, PulseChain's a chain, Solana's a chain. They're chains and they have different working applications on there, okay? That's kind of like the chain is like the index of these people. It's like the S&P 500. If you want to bet on America loosely, okay, you're betting on, because you're betting on the rest of the world as well, you bet on the S&P 500. But if you want to buy individual parts of America, I like the health sector, or want to buy some, buy the banks or buy the oil industry, you can get different sectors out here. Yeah, that's like our altcoins, our applications, but basically just sectors and subsectors. Okay, but in crypto, we're not stocks. We're not companies, okay? We're cities. Yes, cities with businesses. So what's actually happening is, now I've given you the framework, okay? Think about the first settlers of a city. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you Las Vegas, okay? Las Vegas. Look at this. This is all Las Vegas. You see that? These are the complete guide to the history of Las Vegas. This is what it started off as. The first state bank. Look at that. That's crazy, yeah? Las Vegas. Now, why it's very relevant here is because the people who first joined the city, the first settlers, okay, these people, they can build wells. They can build sheds. They can build stuff with their hands. They can make vegetable patches. You see? They can actually do things. They're very handy. They worked on a farm. They can make food. They can do a lot of these things. Okay, they have to work all day to do this stuff. You get it? So they're very hands-on. And another word I can use for you is utility. So the first people who come in, purely utility-based. This is the equivalent of crypto people who first join and they say, I'm here for the tech. I'm here for the tech. That's like you joining Las Vegas at the very, very start. You're like, you know what? I like building sheds. I like sheds. I like windows. I like sheds. I like building wells. And I like vegetable patches in the gardens. Okay? And that's exactly what they did. They did build them. So all the people in this, everyone there knew how to like basically look after themselves like that. They could basically almost survive in the wild. They could do this and settle. As I see, they knew how to like, filter for water and check all these, check these things out. This is exactly like Bitcoin, Ethereum, the first chains made. Yeah, it's exactly the same. The people who come in, they are, instead of developers, the city guys are builders. The first city, the first Las Vegas guys, they're builders. Yeah, builders, developers say the same thing. They develop a city. They develop code. Vitalik making Ethereum, right? World's first smart contract layer 1 blockchain. So those new settlers, friends, this is what they look like now. That's Vitalik. Here's Vitalik in his dungeon coding. He's literally him coding away. Learning to program Solidity in the language of Ethereum. You see that? The code. He's the Matrix. They look different now, don't they? I mean, they look like Anunnaki aliens. Contrast that, to these people here, right? These people, they got their mustaches out. They got to walk around the town hall and stuff. It's just, see, it's a different world now. But the concept of the city still remains the same. They were both the first settlers. So now I want you to think about, obviously, Las Vegas then, and then Las Vegas city today. Okay. This is the city today. Wow. There's big buildings, high rises, You know, friends, deep within this city, if you've ever been, you know what everyone's getting up to. Drinking, lots of orange juice, girls playing checkers and discussing Shakespearean literature inside nightclubs whilst dancing on poles. There's a lot of stuff going on that's completely different to the first settlers. But the GDP is higher. There's more economic activity. Yeah? So, and those girls, friends, because everyone wants to go there to talk to females about Shakespearean literature and talk about Hamlet over there in Las Vegas. So all the men and other women who go there too, when they go there, think about like how little they know in terms of they don't know how to fix a pipe in a toilet. They don't know how to check if water's contaminated or not themselves. They don't even know how to grow their own vegetables. They have no idea. They have zero utility skills. They can't actually build physical anything. They can't build sheds. They can't even build a hammer. They can't put a hammer together. They can't use the hammer. If they're lucky, they can appreciate a squeaky chair like this. If they're lucky. You get it? But did that stop the growth? No, it didn't. In fact, it's just the demography of people has changed now. Now, no, because humans, we got so efficient. The utility part, the requirement of utility got so commoditized, it's now almost irrelevant. Now, it's literally, it's one handyman dude. Literally, the guy comes in, like it's one maintenance guy for every hotel. Like, hey, toilet's plugged. Sorry, I ate Mexican last night. Didn't flush properly. You see, it comes in, unplugs it. Okay, see yous. And then everyone just goes about and lives their life. And we got so efficient at putting buildings together, it doesn't matter if there's a cyclone outside. Doesn't matter what the wind is like. They're basically, the buildings are still standing up. So no one needs to know how to like replace a window. No one needs to know how to like put a roof together. So in these cities, friends, instead of building physical things, people are still building. What are they building? Friendships. Here's the bachelor party. See that? Woohoo! We read a lot of Hamlet with those girls. We drank a lot of orange juice. You see that? Look at all those cups of orange juice. But this is the most fascinating thing of all. In crypto, that is fundamentals. That is GDP of a city rising. It's the building of more and more friendships. It's Metcalfe's law working in real time. The more people that come in, the user base rising, the valuation goes up as a square. And then you also have Reed's law, which even makes it even more sturdy, where if you have the connection of nodes in a network in a city strengthening, like, hey, it's not just Las Vegas there. They have hospitals, they have schools, they have different businesses. Yes, they try to put a lot of things there to make it harder and harder for people in there to leave or want to at least keep coming back. It's the same thing with New York. It's the same thing in every other city. So all those new people coming in, friends, 95% of them, like I said, they can't build anything. They don't know how to write code. They don't know how to innovate tech, but they know how to build communities. So the ratio of utility to friendship building, it changes. At the very start, you didn't really need to know how to make a lot of friends, did you? When you first settled in the city, okay? What most of your time is spent, okay, I need to know how to make a roof and, you know, all these other utility things, living things. Now, it's pretty much, we're so efficient, don't need that anymore. The demand, the supply of that's everywhere. It's so easy to do. Now, it's the real proof of work, right? It's building connections. Now, I want you to think about people, friends, like, for example, let's say the Cardano founder, Charles Hoskinson, and Vitalik. They come in and they see crypto, infinite possibilities. We can build stuff. They build and build an innovation. Yeah. What do you think they're seeing now? Now they're literally seeing Dogecoin. How do you think they feel? Friends, how do you think Charles Hoskinson feels when he's been working all this white paper stuff and then he sees Dogecoin is bigger than Cardano? A literal meme coin that does nothing is bigger than your chain. You see how they're like, this makes no sense. This absolutely makes no sense, but it's not about what it makes sense to you. It does make sense. I've explained it to you why it makes sense, okay? Utility and what you call tech innovation it gets copy pasted everywhere. And by the way, crypto's open source, which makes it even more aggressive. In a nutshell, you want to know, hey, Sommi, real world examples. Okay, Uniswap made a DEX, deployed on Ethereum. Every other chain takes a DEX. There you go. That's a good idea. Yoink. Someone makes a perpetual swap thing like GMX. Okay, it gets deployed everywhere. Someone makes a meme coin with a theme. They get deployed everywhere. You see? It's becoming more and more of like a commodity. It's just like if you built the first hospital in a city, other city mayors come and they're like, hey, I need a hospital for my thing too. Let's put a hospital, put all the sick people in there. That's a good idea. Let's put schools, let's put hospitals. Let's put a sports stadium. Wow, there's a Disney park. Let's put that in my city too. That's what everyone wants to do, right? And everyone does do that. The best idea is pretty much we try 1,000 things. Someone's got a cool idea. You got the first one or two ways, whatever. If the idea is big enough and brave enough and good enough, pretty much gets deployed everywhere. So you need something more than just that idea to keep everyone going. If your city just has a hospital, it doesn't even matter if it's the best hospital in the world. It's not enough. It needs more. So these people who come in, friends, it's different thinking to say Richard Hart. Richard Hart looks at, say, Dogecoin. He's not saying, oh, what an embarrassment. My chain is 40x smaller than this meme. He doesn't say that. He says, how can I participate in this product market fit of this meme coin thing? By the way, PulseChain, friends, Richard Hart made Hex first to go after store of value. PulseChain, Richard Hart was looking at Ethereum and Contrarian and other layer 1 chains and BNB. BNB hit 100 billion market cap. And he said to himself, product market fit for layer 1 chains. It's a real big use case. Let's all participate in that. And it's the same thing with PulseX. He saw Uniswap and other DEXs, right? Their valuations went 10, 20 billion. He's like, okay, let's participate in that as well. You get the point? So it depends on your approach here, but like utility was the most important thing at the start because that's how we create everything. And then it starts fading away because the best utility is actually the most copy pasted, as I've shown you. Everyone learns it fastest. Everyone deploys it straight away. You can't buy a cheap DEX anywhere in crypto. No one's going to give you their DEX for like 5 million market cap because everyone understands what it is, okay? It's just like no one's going to like if you're let's say someone's a builder in a city. I'm saying to you, hey, I'm building a thing called a hospital. Can you do it to me? Can you do it for me for like the price of one house? And everyone's like, no way, dude, you're building a hospital? I know what that means. You got a lot of money. You know what I mean? So everyone knows the valuations of these things over time. So when these people join, friends, remember, they join its maximum utility and the utility fades away and then you're left with something else. You're left with the underlying demand. Basically, the community is the asset. The community's demand to stay there in the city. That's why if you're a meme cult religion, you follow that archetype, they're focusing just on trying to get people to stay in the city. Bitcoin doesn't have any tech, okay? But they get everyone to stay in the city. Why? It's a religion. Because it was the first, obviously. You get it? If you're trying to compete on tech, someone will always come and compete you. Always, always, always. They're going to be a bit faster, a bit newer, a bit whatever. So you need to give people something more. I mean, it's just like countries, right? If America has a 20% business tax rate, what about those other countries with 15%? Do they get all the American business coming in? Hey, we got a cheaper tax rate. No. The American companies be like, no, your country's small. We want something more in it. I want to believe in the country. You get it? It's the same as cities and nations. Other chains can be faster, a bit cheaper, a bit smoother here and there. That's not enough. It's all on the community. So the community is the asset, as I've said to you many times. And besides, right, after all this, it's very clear that the community being together is what gives it value. And crypto is evolving, friends. It is evolving. So you got to remember, man, like the first settlers coming out, hey, we can build yarns. And then you got to build your own vegetable patch, you see? And then you eventually grow into this city. Check this out. Okay, and this is me writing all my thoughts here for you. So you just get to see this evolution over time. But the mid-curvers, friends, mid-curvers always fall into the utility trap. Always. They're like, so what's it used for? What's it used for? They ask them, look, they're on the right path. You got to keep asking different questions. You got to ask like, what's Doge used for? What's Bitcoin used for? Storing value. Do you understand what storing value means? Do you understand what it means? It means never touch a thing ever again. Don't use it for anything. That's actually what stored value means. So if the thing with the most value is don't use it for anything, why are you constantly asking how to use something for stuff? For people to touch and swap it around and fondle your soap in the shower. Interesting. That's why I mean 18 hours a day, friends. this is not, so I'm here presenting this information here to you. Everyone in crypto is pretty much watching me. I'm like your influencer's favorite influencer. Okay, they're all watching, but that's pretty much it. That's why memes, culture, religion. That's how the crypto industry is evolving over time. As new people come in, they're not builders. They got no idea what that code is, and they get attracted to the faster user experience of crypto. It's just like early internet stuff. No one knew how to code stuff or install an operating system. Now everyone is using super complicated code on their phone, and they're like managing tabs and swapping between stuff. They don't know how to code stuff and do things like the 1993, like load a floppy disk with Microsoft Windows and stuff. Like, they have no idea how to do any of that, and they don't need to. It doesn't matter. The GDP and the valuations are like infinitely bigger now anyway, okay? So if you're early to tech, if you're early to a city, same thing, crypto, right, okay? You get to see how it evolves over time. We're here adapting over time. We can see the trend, okay? People who are rich, when you got $1 billion, friends, like there's a lot of people, they got $1 billion out here, they don't need to understand this. They don't care. They already won the game. They got into the city first. They bought like First Street in New York. Sweet. They just get to hold it for 100 years. You get it? But for us, did you get to buy First Street in New York? No, you didn't. Is there even a First Street in New York? I hope there is. But yes, you didn't get to touch it or buy it. Okay, that's equivalent of buying Bitcoin. You didn't get to buy 10,000 Bitcoin for $1 many years ago because you didn't know about it, didn't believe in it, whatever. But now, see, the game is moving forward. The cycle is progressing. It's becoming more mature over time. And what is relevant now is completely different to what it was like 5-6 years ago, and will change again in 5-6 years from now. So that is why, my friends, crypto valuations continue to reward the community user base via that Metcalfe's law and Reed's law. Okay, now you've seen a lot of these memes, cults, religions, archetype. You put the pieces of the puzzle together. Now, so most people, instead of even saying, hey, I want to buy a new coin every 15 seconds, they should literally be watching my videos and asking questions like, why do the top 20 coins in crypto have those valuations I see? Well, you watch this video, I already told you why. Memes, cults, religions, you see? They exhibit parts of that. And what's most fascinating is humans' inability to relate to other ones that are different to themselves. So, and that's basically, friends, like, here's the thing, okay? Imagine S&P 500 was down 80%, okay? You might not like America, but you know there's a large number of people in the American country, leaders of the world. You would love to buy it at an 80% discount, wouldn't you? For the average institution. Yeah, you would. Okay. But America's easier to relate to. But so you're never going to get your 80% discount. You're not. You're not going to get your 80% discount in America. Everyone understands it. They're first. They're the leaders. They're priced in. Where will you get your discount? Probably countries everyone hates. Russia, stock market. You know, there are people, professionals, friends, that's what they do. They look for these overdumped, oversold, maybe like Turkey, random places. They try to look for business opportunities with high growth potential because it's been oversold and dumped. Okay, luckily for us in crypto, we see this oversold and dumped trash literally on the daily. Here we have PulseChain, for example, down still 82% from that launch high, whatever. So you can see this, friends. So crypto gives you this opportunity because a lot of it's retailers, hyper volatility, network effects moving in and out. So opportunity like this presents itself everywhere. You can buy these communities at big discounts because the volatility is insane, like I said. But do most people take it? No. They're too scared to stand in front of the train. But it helps them to feel related to whatever it is they're buying. Unfortunately, what you'll find is you'll miss too much opportunity. So when people see, for example, Hex, they say, oh, I don't like it. I don't like the yield. I don't like the founder. I don't like. But what they actually should be saying is, oh, there's 250,000 people here who are going to shill the bags for the next 4 years. Maybe it's cheap at 99% down. Why aren't they saying that? Because their biases creep in. Because they're like, oh, I don't like it. Why? Because I just don't like it. That's deep value contrarian stuff, okay? On the opposite end, at the tops of bull markets, we will see extremely high prices for stuff where people say, you know what? I don't care that Pepe doesn't do anything. It's a 200 billion valuation, whatever it is. I'm going to buy it anyway. I don't care Doge doesn't do anything. It's $3. I don't care. I like Elon Musk. I like Doge. I like crypto. I'm in it. They don't care the price they're paying. They just want to get in because it feels good. You see, that's how tops and these bottoms form, okay? And your job here is you see this city forming and this cyclical growth. You're trying to find cities that are just going through a winter period. That's the oversold part. Bitcoin's not down 85% down. It's not down 85%. It goes down like 10%. Okay. So winter, when it blows over in the price dip, right, in Bitcoin is nowhere near as vicious as like, say, Hex and PulseChain. But these things don't last forever. They go on to mature over time. So after everything you've seen, friends, this is the truth. May the pump be with you. Catch you in the next one.